Hi, I'm Craig Downby and this is my new robot SlamMow. The main weapon on this robot is a grab lift setup. So the top arms come down, they grip onto something, and then the bottom arms lift up and suplexes a robot, just like this. We have two long mag motors in the back here, which go through 7.5 to 1 gearboxes, which drive our wheels. The front wheels are driven off the rear wheels via a long chain. We've got about 13-14 miles an hour top speed. Currently it weighs in at around about 108 kilos or 240-ish pounds, so we have a little bit of weight left. With the extra weight we're going to put on a couple of interchangeable weapon pods, which will sit right about here in the middle. One we're going to keep secret for now because I really like it. I don't want you to know what it is yet. And the other one is a flame setup, so it's going to bite out. The whole robot is made of AR500. The sides here are made of 1/2 inch, which is just under 13mm thick. The inner plates here are 10mm or 3/8. Same on the lower arm. The upper arm is made of 1/4 inch, as is the front plate and the back plate. The top and bottom are made of 3/16, which is just under 5mm. It's 1/4 inch on the front wedge plates as well, and the internal plates as well are also 1/4 inch thick. So the motor, which sits just inside here, goes through an apex gearbox, which is right here, which is a helical planetary gearbox. There is a 2-to-1 chain reduction right here, which drives the main 2.5-to-1 ratio here, which drives the main shaft here. So in testing, this robot has worked extremely well. So far, it's picking up around about 250-260 pounds, which was Predator, and we stuffed it full of bits and pieces to get it up and above the weight. The only thing that concerns me would be the potential walkers that might be at BattleBots this year that weigh up to about 500 pounds. There's not really much we could do with one of those, but we'll soon see. Maybe that's where the extra weapon pod might come in useful. So this is very much the rough draft of the final version, which is why it's not painted. It will be painted. There's a lot more work still to do with it. So we have extra welding, some grinding and stuff to make it pretty, get rid of these blob welds that were there to just hold it together while the good welds inside were done. It needs to be made a lot more pretty. It's obviously got to be painted. But functionality wise, this robot is finished and good to go. So the major difference between this bot and Foxic, Foxtrot and Predator is that we have gone backwards a little bit in technology. We've gone for brush drive, whereas all of those robots ran a brushless setup. The brushless setup theoretically is better, and some people are beginning to make their setups work as intended. In fact, in my opinion, Foxtrot's drive setup was working extremely well. The little tiny parts that make up the radio side of it couldn't handle the forces we were putting through it. We've ditched those in this robot, so this robot has got a very simple setup. It is motor, controller, radio, and the battery eliminator circuit is gotten rid of. We're running a small battery instead. So I'm really pleased with how it's going so far. This robot feels really great to drive, looks really good driving around, and once it's painted and suplexing and setting robots on fire, I think this robot is going to be my best robot for a very long time.